In this session, we are going to discuss, as you can see from the name, ideation. In this session, we are going to discuss the process of coming up with the ideas for the businesses, right? So before we start, let me just give you the clarification that this session is not for the corporate entrepreneurship. By that, I mean it is not for those corporate entrepreneurs or the entrepreneurs who are looking for starting a new business within a business, right? So this session is not for them. Why is that? Because when you are discussing and when you are thinking about starting a business within a business, so then there are certain limitations. While in our case, there are no limitations per se. The limitations that the corporate entrepreneurs they face are their existing resources, their existing branding, their existing business model, or the corporate culture per se, right? So this session is not for them. At the same time, this session is not about ideation for new products, right? So sometimes the companies or the businesses, they are looking for new products so that they can compete better, or they can get more market share, or they can enhance their annual revenues for the company, right? So they are discussing ideas about different products. So this session is not about discussing products for a business, right? So this is all about starting a new business at all. At the same time, this session may not be suitable for the seasoned entrepreneurs. Why? Because the seasoned entrepreneurs, they already have gone through all these steps, and with their so much market experience, they already know the gaps in the market. They already know the trade, right? So probably this session is not going to help the seasoned entrepreneurs at the same time, right? So our session is only for the nascent entrepreneurs, or what you can say the first time entrepreneurs, or the inexperienced entrepreneurs, are those guys who are aspiring to become the entrepreneurs, right? So then the natural question that we all come up with, where do ideas come from, right? Sometimes we ask people what could be a good idea to start the business, right? Well, other times we look at the people and just copy their business ideas, right? So, okay, that could be another discussion if there is anything like the replicative entrepreneurship or not, in which you replicate the ideas of other businesses from one region to another region, or maybe from one sector to another sector, right? So that is a totally different discussion, right? But here we are going to discuss where is it that the ideas come from, right? Especially the good ideas, they come from. So there have been two different processes of coming up with the ideas. One we call as the aha moments, or the golden moments, and the other one is the structured research, right? In the aha moments, we say that a guy just got struck with the idea. Probably he's watching a movie, or probably he's reading a blog post, and he comes up with the idea of starting a business. So he becomes excited, or jump up, and then he starts thinking about starting that business. Or sometimes he's in a conference, or he's attending an exhibition, and probably he's also studying a research paper, right? Or probably he's looking at the news channel where the head of the state is awarding a guy who has done some good business, right? So all of those are basically what we call as the aha moments. Why we call them aha moments? Because you are not actively looking for an idea, right? And that the idea just struck you, and you start doing that business, right? Mostly they can be like just ideas, and you cannot build like sustainable business on those ideas, right? So what is important over here is establishing sustainable businesses, are those businesses which can go for long. So we are more interested in the structured research, right? When it comes to structured research, so we propose three different types of structured research. One that is called observing some trends, right? Observing the political trends, the economic trends, the social trends, the technological, the environmental, and legislative trends, right? Some trends you might be aware of are the Google trends. There is another free service by Google that is called the Think with Google, right? And then there are certain insights they are shared by the search engines with you, right? Why? Because people search different things. People look for different solutions on Google, right? And Google compiles all those search queries, and then they put that query into a format, and then there is certain information in that those searches all over the world, right? So, for example, if the people are looking for pet foods, right, and so many people are looking for pet foods in a particular area, and Google shares that information, then it is definitely an answer to your question, what should I start the business? Google has already answered that question, right? So that is basically observing the trends. In this case, the Google is basically helping you. On a personal level, let's say on the social side of the business, right? So we see there are so many people, due to the faster internet and smartphones, people are onboarding the social media platforms. And with the social media platforms, you could see that there's a need for good quality cameras, right? And then the good quality cameras also comes up with the good quality picture enhancing filters at the same time, right? So building something around this social trend could like lead you into a good business opportunity at the same time. The second way of starting or coming up with the idea is solving a problem. The problem could be your own personal problem, or the family problem, or maybe a regional problem, right? But the key here is that when you come up or when you face a problem, so then you discuss the same problem with other people, and when you see there is a sizable number of people who are facing the same problem, then probably you have found a gap in the market, right? Or probably you have seen an opportunity for starting a business, right? So solving a problem could help you generate an idea for the business, right? And at the same time, finding the gaps in the market, right? As we can see, there is a gap in the market for career counseling, the private research firms, at the same time, good quality, low price health and education services in the market. So all of them are basically gaps in the market. We want to have these services in the market, but it's very hard to find these services, right? So there is a gap in the market. So filling this gap in the market could be an idea for the business for you guys to start up, right? Some other sources of the idea generation include like reviewing the top sellers on the Amazon, right? The link is given, and you can go and you can find the different sellers on Amazon who are performing top quality services, right? So why this is one, you can use this information in two different ways. One, start selling the same product, and that is very easy because there is a very good market and there is good customer awareness about the same product. So it might be easier for you guys to sell the same product, right? At the same time, you can build something around that product, right? Let's say if the mobile phones are, the demand for the mobile phones are going up, so something around the mobile phones could be protective screens, maybe, are the mobile covers, or maybe the mobile chargers, right? So something around the mobile phones you can also, so that could be another way to start a business, and that could get you another idea for the business, right? At the same time, think about all the things that that you use on a daily basis, and you complain about those things, right? So for example, the clothing, you are not happy with the current you are unable to find what you call your favorite shirt, or maybe favorite design, or maybe you're complaining about the unhealthy food in the market, or career counseling, right? So probably you solve the problem for other people, right? So if it bothers you, so probably the chances are many people are bothered by the same problem, right? So that could also help you generate idea for the business. At the same time, pick a top selling product and improve it, right? Like we have examples in the past, right? Facebook, in the past, we had ORKUT by Google, right? And Google was not having a quality service, a quality social interaction platform, right? So Facebook is the same, but Facebook is a little bit improved version of the ORKUT, right? And now we see that Facebook is a hundreds of billions of dollars market valuation, right? At the same time, the Windows operating system was not up to the mark, right? So then there is Android. So Android operating system is an improved form of the Windows operating system, right? Or a better operating system, as you can see, right? So the key is look at the top selling product, right? And look at the product, reverse engineer it, and wherever it is possible, so you improve it and make market share in the market, right? And that is how you start up with the businesses. At the same time, I would suggest you should follow certain blogs and websites on entrepreneurship in the startups, right? Hearing all the stories of the entrepreneurs and the tech entrepreneurs, maybe the women entrepreneurs, that could also help you come up with the ideas for the businesses, right? So continuously reading all those blogs and websites and magazines could also help you come up with the different business ideas. At the same time, you need certain personal characteristics at the same time, like prior experience. So if you have been working in the market for 5 or 10 years time, so you know that particular market, let's say the health sector, right? So you know the ins and outs of the health sector in that period of time. So so you already know the gaps, and those filling those gaps would get you the idea for starting the businesses, right? At the same time, as they say, your net worth is your network is your net worth, right? So the more connected you are, so probably the more better it is for you guys, right? And at the same time, the quality of those networks, right? So if you discuss movies with the people and all your network is comprised of those guys discussing movies, then probably you are not discussing how to make money, right? So start building a network who talks money, who talks business, right? So that would also help you or motivate you or push you to start your own business at the same time. So start improving your network at the same time, be it on the Facebook or following someone on Twitter, connecting to someone on LinkedIn, attending conferences, tech exhibitions, and all those. Probably it would lead you to key information in the market, right? At the same time, another personal characteristic that is so much important are your cognitive skills, how you interpret the situation. People interpret different situations, right? For example, if a job oriented guy, he's always, if he goes into the exhibition, so he'll always be looking for internships and jobs in that exhibition. But if a guy with a different mindset, and he goes there and he looks for the products which he can sell in the markets to earn more money, right? Or start a business around their products. So that is a different approach, attending the workshop or attending the exhibitions, right? So at the same time, your cognitive factors or your mindset also matters when it comes to starting the business. Right. The last, not the last one, but a key factor over here is ideation is a systematic process. It's not a one-time activity, in other words, right? So you have to be in this process, right? Developing your network, gathering information, reading books, blogs, and other materials that are available, right? Because it is not always the golden moment. It is always the structured research and a systematic approach towards starting the business, right? So that is the key to understand about starting the business or generating the ideas for the business, right? The one note of advice that I would definitely give is idea is not the most important thing. It is the execution that is most important. So many times, so many young guys, they come to us and they hesitate to discuss their ideas with us, right? And they are, why? Because they are afraid that we will steal their idea, right? Actually, we are not too free to to steal their ideas, right? And nobody's actually free to steal someone's idea, right? So keep one thing in mind: idea is not the most important thing. It is the execution that is the most important thing. So put more energy. If it is about like 1 out of 100, so that is idea. 99 out of 100 is the execution. So you should keep that thing in mind and be prepared for that at the same time. And also, another word of advice is do not fall in love with your idea. If someone tells you this is not workable, so then either change the idea, come up with a different idea, or make some improvements in that idea. But definitely you shouldn't be so much stubborn to stick with that idea, right? So you should be flexible enough. At the same time, you shouldn't be too much flexible that someone tells you that it is not a good idea, and that you become disheartened and drop that idea. Probably that could also be a billion dollar idea, right? So you have to keep a balance between being stubborn and being too much flexible, right? That you listen to everyone. No, you shouldn't listen to everyone, but again, you shouldn't stop listening to everyone, right? So as you grow up, you will develop this fine balance between listening and not listening to people, and what is good for you and what is like right for you. So that is also you should keep in mind before you start on the entrepreneurial journey, right? As Steven Johnson said, an idea is a network, and chance always favors the connected mind. So be connected in the network. Always be reading the right material, So there should be this inception of the ideas that should be coming to your idea, right? And that is the key to starting a successful career, right? So with this, we'll end up with our session, right? I would like you guys to comment below in the comment section that what do you think, or how has been your entrepreneurial journey so far, right? So thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.